Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. So, as I was saying, this journey. So this journey you're taking with as a whole, as a group of people, like-minded people who want to live, right? There is a certain frequency, and so, but this food that I got you to eat, right? Say right now you're a minus, I don't know, say minus 500, right? So this food, so as long as you kept eating it, it's like yes, there's say you could just feed it to your family, right? Maybe somehow you're the one person in a family who eats healthy, and you hear it, and then you look at them and you try to tell them, and they look at you like you know, they blink and they're like, oh, what? What are you talking about frequency? Right? It's just kind of like, oh my lord. Right? So there always has to be someone who almost has to act like the savior to the family, I guess, to the community, right? So you could be that person, because if you hear this, it's like you gotta give back, right? It's almost like pay it forward. So it's kind of like, well, why you do this, right? Why you sharing your story that's gonna help? It's like, because I want to reward people, right? It's just kind of like, well, I don't really want to see humanity die. It's like I like having friends. You know what I mean? So you want to share this joy, I guess, right? This euphoria, because it's euphoria. It's just like, yes, it's like, yeah, there's lots of weed involved, but it's just like, right? But it helps, right? Weed is so good for your body. It's like, and for you, it's just like it's people see it as something that's bad, right? But but the only reason for that is just like, if they don't like it, then you probably know that, well, that person's a negative frequency. They're like, I don't like it, right? And then all of a sudden they get a liking to it, and it's just like, oh, that person changed the frequency, right? That person kind of looked inside a little bit and kind of just thought like, what's wrong with me, right? Maybe changed a little bit, maybe just isolated themselves. If you really want to grow, right, you need to isolate yourself. Like some people will say like, I want to do it as a community. I'm not saying like, well, that's everyone should do it as a community. I'm offering you options, because there's someone who'll be single, so he's probably not going to want to go there. He's going to want to go be naked somewhere in somewhere, right? Just like be themselves. So we really enjoy it, because it's just like I'm not actually saying be naked. No, not at all. I'm just saying be carefree, right? Enjoy life. It's like when you're naked, it's just by yourself. It's like you could do that. You can't do that in a group, right? You be that guy naked on the horse. You don't want to be that person, right? Don't do it. Facebook, man. You know what I mean? It's like, it depends on you. Or if you have a family, then do as a family, right? Or I don't know. There's different ways to skin the cat. And you know what the thing is, though? You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out, because it's like, because you'll have to, right? So if you're like talking about someone who's in New York somewhere, right? Go to the center. Go to the center of the United States, right? Just say anything around that. Don't even try to guess, right? It's a great place, right? It's a good time zone. You'll enjoy the time zone. Right? It's just I don't know, just a place to just go away in nature. It's just get in nature. That's it. Because the reason in the middle too, there's lots of nature in the middle, right? Especially with bush. If there's like Colorado, I said, right? And then in north and Saskatchewan, I was saying, it's like there, right? It's like you could just go. I don't know, just if you had a car, right? You had something, just sleep in the car if you want to do that, right? But I'll take the car there and sleep on the ground. And so some nights you may want to sleep on that thing, but I would not miss a fucking night to sleep on the ground. You know what I mean? So it's a journey. The journey of, it's not really, I think it was a journey to save your life, a journey just to have fun. Thinking of it as just like, I'm going to go fucking do something, like just because I can, right? You have that, you can do it. You think, well, I can't do it. It's like, why not? I don't have a car. It's just like, well, take the transportation that is there and go to this Saskatchewan place. That you say, okay, well, I'm gonna go to north somewhere, right? It's just like, you ever see those scenes in a movie? Someone getting off the train or somewhere, or getting off somewhere, and then the movie starts. Why don't you be that person? Why can't you be the movie star? You know what I mean? You watch everyone else on these TV and you dream and you think like, oh, look at that, I could be her. You're like, she is so beautiful. It's just like, you're actually better looking than her. You just don't realize it, right? It's like she has all this makeup to look that good. Take off her makeup and be like, who are you? Julia Childs or Julia Roberts? You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, holy shit. And it's just kind of like, oh, you gotta love lighting. Come on, it's my best friend. Why do you think I do this at night? I'm kidding. I'm gorgeous. Right? People don't realize how beautiful they are. They look at these standards set by Lucifer, right? Let me tell you something really sick. And I'll just delve into the juicy parts. So you look at these celebrities. And so what it is Lucifer saying, these are my standards I've set if you'd like to live in my new world order, right? So you look at these Tom Cruise, he's now a deity or some sort of god. He's a god, right? He's made the change. He's made the transition. All of a sudden you have this thing fly down to earth, right? All of a sudden, it's like, goodbye, Tom Cruise. The essence of Tom Cruise is gone. Now you're going to see someone that's just fucking amazing. It's just like, man, that guy's amazing. The movies are just like, you'll fall in love with him, right? So it's just like, it's a game. And so, but they can't show themselves for a little bit, right? It's just like, they gotta come in stages. And it's just, after a while, it's almost like amplitude. It's like, for example, like amplitude and looks. If you look at people's looks like back in the 60s, and like people got better looking, right? There's amplitude. You have to follow by the guidelines of the game. You say like, well, how come they didn't weren't beautiful as this? Is like, because it's just amplitude, right? And so if you look at way back Eve, right? She's fucking probably gorgeous, right? She probably just like, wow, Marilyn Monroe with long hair, just like, wow, you're stunning to look at, but where's your penis? Like, I'm confused. Is it behind there? You know what I mean? Poor Adam had to look and just thinking like, what the fuck, right? I'd be confused. I'd be scared. It's like, I love my penis, right? That's funny. But anyway, right? And so there's a game we play with you humans, and you guys just want to just believe that you're by yourself, and you just think you're by yourself, and it's just like, you fucking idiot, wake up. How can you believe that and think that that's the truth in any way, shape, or form, right? Like, come on. Don't be that dumbass that fucking wakes up too late and kind of just be like, I get it, sir, get on the ground. It's like, get what? I wonder what he got. The bullet to the head's all he got, right? Because people are going to want to be part of something. But there'll be waves. The first wave were the people who do it. May 1st, actually do it. Actually go. Those are the ones who will live, right? And then the second wave is like they'll hear of this fad going on and they'll just be like, and that's the second wave. And all of them will die. Because it's like, I'm sorry, but there's no, it's like these people have gone a journey on the same caravan, right? On the same thought to live. And these other people are just like, well, or it's like, well, sorry, you can sit back and listen, right? And just do the regiment. It's like, why not just keep going? Right? Even then, a person may even just have mercy, right? You can say, well, it's like, well, just sit there and just shut up and learn something, maybe, right? And then after a while, so imagine this caravan. There's no whatchamacallit, there's no gas. So you can't actually even catch up because this caravan took off with people, right? And so you got to catch up. But then all of a sudden, so you're thinking like, well, they're just like, I don't know, say a week ahead. That's it. We're fine, right? But you don't realize it's like the time that's happened because it's like, well, now you have these other creatures that aren't there that were really there before. Now they're there because the game has changed. They're going to be there whether they like it or not. And you fucking low frequency bitches are going to die. But as this journey happens, these people are going to clean themselves and everything will stay away from them, right? And we'll just almost show these things their might. It's just kind of like, oh, we're actually out just in the fucking plain open, right? And showing them their might and just saying, look at us. And they can't even touch it. And that person said a week. Wait, that person a week. And the food that they got just in the beginning of that journey, it's just like with 1,000, right? You can't even leave without that 1,000. So that person went on this journey and they didn't do that. It's like these beings already say they're already there, right? Like people are gonna get so afraid of nature, they're gonna stay within the cities because that's their tomb, right? It's just like they'll live in their tomb. But a person, you're gonna just go out in nature and live. It's like, how do you live? It's just like, go to nature. Nature will save you. It's just like, oh, okay, go, right? But then you stay in the city and it's just like, and these things will just utilize you as a person, right? And you'll lose your self-worth and your self-being because they make you do things that you don't want to do. It's just kind of like, no, it's just like, and then they'll slap your bitch and just, it's gone. It's just like, oh, no, you're going to do it anyway, right? And just, it's control, full control. And it is nasty. It's just the game that we're going to play on you humans. It's just like, you guys are just going to you're going to wish for better times. And these people are just have these videos of the rapture. It's like, my God, you want it so bad, don't you? It's like you should be, right? You should be listening to this, not doing that, right? And do good things. And just listen and just, right? And just do good. Because once you hear and you start doing bad, it's like you're fucked. You bring bad things around you and those bad things are going to hurt you, right? Those entities. So now they have more control on you as well too. Because the game is like, it's more intense, right? You can't have like all of a sudden just, like it's just how it is. You can't change it. And then these communities that isolate themselves, right? And then they have their own food and they become like these little, like those movies. You become that movie. It's just like they're showing nature, showing you, it's just like, go here, you motherfuckers. Show here, right? Because that X that's coming in 2024, it's just like, you want to be out of there before that even close to that, right? That's your X. That's your marker. It's like, that's nature saying like, hey, once that guy comes out of his foxhole, it's just like, that giant is gonna fucking kill you. He's gonna stomp on your fucking face, right? He's gonna go down to his little temple and just say, this is mine. This is fucking mine. Do you want to know how big he is? Go down to the Catholic Church, the front door, and go see how big that thing is. It's not made for you humans. It's made for your master, right? That will be your master once you're stuck outside. And you'll fucking serve someone that just fucking hates humans with a passion. And if you don't look like Tom Cruise and you look like these other fucking beautiful people, oh, you're going to end up in bad places. That's what he wants to do. He doesn't like ugly people. Because he's all about beauty, but here's the funny part, it's actually she doesn't like ugly people, right? But that manly nature is inside a woman. So, like, who's a woman is a bitch, right? They're both bitches, right? It's just kind of like, it's a game. It's a game. Right? Here's this, and you think like, it's just like, that's horrible. That's horrible. Well, if you play video games, I want you to do this. I want you to go back and think of all the games you've played where people died, and you go fucking apologize to those fucking people. Because that's what you fucking are. You're not fucking nothing, oh fucking special. You're nothing, right? You can't do it. So you think, it's like, oh, I'm human, it's like, you shouldn't play with these games like this. It's like, that's all you are is a simulation, right? And all this stuff, it is like, they're just putting their head, and it's like, boom, gone. Well, let's shut him up, right? He's fucking annoying, right? And these times I live in, and you look at this fucking Game of Thrones, it's hard. If you fucking be a bitch you are now, you're gonna fucking die. It's just like, man, that guy's a bitch. Kill him, right? And that's the times that are coming. And you think it's like, wow, those things are just really harsh. It's like all this fighting and all this fighting. It's kind of like, yeah, it is pretty harsh. Better learn to fight, right? Or get that guy behind you and let them help you, right? And he'll teach you to fight. Because he has a knowledge that you don't have, but you have it. Together, you guys can be fucking amazing. So imagine this. say you're a b-boy dancer, right? And all of a sudden you just like, well, I want to get closer to my guy. And like he's a b-boy dancer too. It's imagine it's like, because he is you and you are him, right? So your nature is him, but you're not able to work together. But if you have that food and you connect, and all of a sudden it's just like you become a world champion. It's like, how come that guy becomes a world champion? He has his gift, right? He has his frequency up and he's fucking crazy. And then you go 500 to 750 and all of a sudden it's just like, and you're untouchable. You're the unfucking touchable people, right? It's just kind of like, wow, right? You can be those people that become history. So if you look at Tesla, right? Like he just that was God. When we were there, I was like, that was God. It's like, and all those things he did for humanity, right? His gifts that he offered, then who stole them? He didn't get them. Like, they just got stolen, right? That's the gifts. And so, but now it's just gifts get bestowed upon every season. So now, here's what I'm trying to tell you. So now there's these gifts that have been kind of just thrown onto humanity, right? And so, but and these gifts is like they're entrusted to people, right? And so it's almost like out there is a person who's going to hear this, and it's almost like it's meant for them, right? Because of the frequency, and then it will make their way to those people. And this is like a revolution, right? It's what it is. Is you're saving your life, because it's about building different. How do I say this? It's like building different countries inside of like Europe, like different little nations, and kind of just build together and just say no, separate, right? As soon as you do that, it's just like the people who are trying to say hurt you, right? But then you can almost do that, and it sends away demons, right? And so these thoughts is like they just won't bother you. All of a sudden they'll look at you and they'll just be like, nah, I'm good, right? Let's just leave me alone, right? It's like they're not hurting anyone, and so they'll just leave you alone. But when this and then this guy comes, it's like he'll also leave you alone as well too, right? It's just like it's an enclosed place. It's almost like a cancer that he can't even go in there either. It's just like, oh, leave the fuck alone, right? It's just like creating little colonies, if you will, and separating yourself, right? Like First Nations people, they have reserves already, so they're already ahead of the game, right? It's like they should really think of banding together even more to have a territory instead of just fighting each other all the time. Because they have an opportunity to be able to work together, because they grow their own food with all of the fucking land they have, right? And then they kind of like would just and create it, right? And so if with this mentality, let's try this. Let's go even back and just say like, okay, let's do this without money. Let's grow these communities without money. It is okay, well, we have a lot of people who say on a journey. Say on this journey you want to take, well, these people have this food, right? And they have this land they want, and they need people to work, right? There could be like a trade there as well. Just like, well, you give me a place to like just a plot of land to lay my head, right? And then your friend will be right beside you, and in numbers, you guys can be together on this journey. Maybe some take a journey with this one. There's another opportunity, right? With food. And so because of First Nations people, they are now going to wake up as well, right? Everyone's waking up, and they're kind of just blinking in a way. If you kind of look at society, it's like some people already are, right? Because at a certain frequencies are waking up people, and they don't understand the pieces, right? And here's are the pieces that they're up there. So they're the pieces together. It's just be able to just work together, and to be able to, like in Saskatchewan, right? So what's up there is just like the food is a little bit cleaner, so it's easier for them to wake up, right? They're going to wake up and they're able to come together and just do things like that, right? And to be able to just go trade. And so they're able to have that journey and just say like, well, I'll work for free. Like kind of like, well, I'll work the field, I'll do this, and we'll just do this symbiosis, right? And then you'll be able to grow together, grow as people, be able to just work, right? And then it's all volunteers, because you have to just forget about that, right? Because it's a people who's trying to grow and who's trying to do that as well too, because they live in third world conditions, right? And so that's an idea. And so we're in Africa as well too. Do exactly the same that in Africa. Go to Africa and just say like, I would like to offer my services for free, and to kind of just, and I like to whatever, right? Let's just grow, and just their food also too. A lot of it sometimes is not contaminated. It's like it's good food, but they just need that extra help. That sometimes people say is like, I can't afford that. It's like, well, that's good, because I don't want to work for money. I want to work for free, right? Go to anywhere so you see someone in need, do it, right? Or go together, like anything. Anything's possible if you dream it or you allow yourself to think it. But you just have to think it and then do it and then make that choice, right? And then go. And just decide after that 1 year you're really a pretty cool person, right? But that food as well, right? There's so many different ways to do it, but it's just, you have to just be in nature. That's the thing. It's like anywhere you go, it's like you have to sleep outside. It's like the food, the way it's prepared. It's like make sure you have someone, right? Because it lasts. It lasts a long time, and you can kind of ensure that you always have food. There's very high frequency food, and it saves you, right? It saves humanity because it's like because of this the frequency that is now is just like you're all dead. But I don't know. Like the cities are really, really good killing grounds, right? There you can call a lot of people there because it's like but right. Here's the interesting part though. Saying all this really bad stuff that could happen, right? Because it's all based on probability. It's a probability that someone's going to walk left or the probability, right? It's all based on the past humanity. The past humanity. It's like based on what they've done, it's like this is what's going to happen. So it's almost like this is someone else's future that's been talked. It said let this and that, and it's like you plan. You have to plan in this biosphere, right? Because you have to talk it and let this and let this and that, like that, right? So someone's already done that. So it's almost like you're hearing someone's plan that's been spoken, and nature hears it, right? And they hear those words, and then they just like, humans aren't gonna like that. They're gonna get killed. All right, it's just until they find ways. And the only way you can hear nature and hear the warning sign is right. It's just to fix your frequency. And so this story is at 500, and yeah, you can get there and you'll hear it. And then you'll just be able to be like, oh, it's good. I'm actually alive while I hear it. It's like you're not far back over there a week or whatever, right? It's like you're going to walk up there, but by then, right, it's like a timer that's just going, and it's just playing. And it's just, you can't stop it, right? It's kind of like, well, and it's like, okay, well, let's let out this time and this time and this time's going to do this and there, right? It's like, I can't say nothing. I won't because it'd be a boring game. Why would you want to say it, right? I want to see you little fuckers die. I'm kidding. And I say I want to see you fuckers die is because the ones who choose not to and you choose to just stay back, my God, you deserve to die just for being an idiot. And just thinking, no, I'm good. It's like, okay, good. Enjoy death, right? Enjoy it. Because it's like the time is now. Because you have this thing as I was like, right? Raise your frequency and all this fucking bullshit. It's just like, it's now. So whether you like to not believe or whether not to want, it's like, it's now. Now, bitch. Right? It's just like, you have to do it. You have to make that choice. And that's why it's just, right, May 1st. And between here and there, it just kind of, yeah, get that food ASAP. So if you get that food, it's like do it, right? Because you wake up, wake up, right? Because you're going to be a bitch. It's just, I don't know. There's so many ways to skin a cat, though, right? You need to be able to think outside the box. And the ones who can think outside the box, bring your community with them. But it'd be so hard, though. It's a thing. Here's a really sick thing. So if a community is like really just find this, right? It's like a lot of them are gonna get left behind. But in this 500, right? There's a plan already. You think, well, how do I save them? It's just like, well, there's a plan, right? And so it's kind of cool. It's like nature already gave a plan to help for them to do. So, for example, you remember that movie there with I don't know what's her name. She was in Mulder or Scully or something like that, right? It's just like there was this plan in that one show, right? It's like that's exactly it. It's a high frequency and it's on up there. It's like, and all of a sudden people can hear it, right? And Tesla heard everything, right? He was way the fuck up there. Right? He was God, right? And so he was that person, that character. And so, and it was just, yeah, it's all there. So that's why Tesla would just say like, I don't know, he wouldn't make it simple. He'd give out these little stupid things because he had to. It wasn't supposed to be for him to reveal, right? Not his time. So it's all planned. It's just all good, and if you're understanding, then that's good. If you're not, then you're probably not sure anyway. Going in the tunnel, it's like, oh, the Princess Diana's gonna die. No. Isn't that horrible? They killed an angel. Going in to murder an innocent lady. And no, God did not would play a woman at all. I'm kidding. But this Jesus guy, right? Let's talk about him for a while, since we're by the wall. I'm gonna start waiting. I'm kidding. It's like, is that guy crying by the wall? This is like, I believe so. I'm kidding. Anyway, this Jesus fella, he stole a name, right? He stole Yeshua. It's like, you stole his name, you bastard. You steal his name and then you lie in his name. He's like, fuck you, right? That's all he did. Until now. And then he just gives himself a mask and then gives himself a little whatever, right? You don't even understand what he really looks like. It's just like, well, right? But this Jesus guy, it's like, you would think there'd be 3 comings or something, right? And it's just kind of like, what the hell? And steals the name and they put it down in a Bible and go give it to the New World. It's like, oh, here we go, right? Done, right? But they waited for that, right? It's a plan, it's a game. And you think, oh, that's horrible, oh, it's a game. It's kind of like, I'm just telling you like how the game works and how the mechanisms work and how to fucking, what it's done. Like what we've done over the fucking, so many games, right? It's a fun game. It's like, you try working all day. Fucking just work, all they do is work. We have love probabilities. What's the probability that patient A is going to go left or right? Well, there's a probability that he's going to masturbate. What's the probability, like, you know what I mean? Based on your past, we can predict you. We can say, like, and you kind of look into your future and be able to kind of just, once it's all prediction, the person will analyze and they'll predict and they'll work together and kind of be able to tell the future. That's how you tell the future, right? And it's just like, and it's way beyond your pay grade, right? It's just like, you can't afford that. Like, you can't even afford the fucking penny that, right? Maybe your body, if you know, take the minerals in your body, go, shoot them in the head. Good pay, good money. All right? And it's just like, wow. Imagine if you start using my people for minerals. That'd be crazy. There's a way you can do it too, but we won't go there. But still, right? It's just, so anyway, his soul name. And so now, this fella, right, he's just, all I can say is, if you're clinging to the fucking cross, take your hands off that cross, take your hands off that Bible, and fucking go on that journey. Right? And go find yourself, because the church ages are done. That Bible now belongs to Lucifer. So now these ministers are getting these, right? The door knock. Always threes. They come in threes. They were just thinking they're fucking cool. Walk into your house and just say, hey, how you doing there, minister? Right? Because church age is over. Now it's Revelation, so I'm revealing to you what's going on. So get away from that fucking church. So anyway, they'll go up to him. And just, if you have like a huge congregation and you have a huge following, right? Oh, you mean well. They all mean well. Right? They all fucking mean well. So anyway, so I got this fucking knock and and they'll open it up and they'll just walk in like they own the place and they'll just be like, oh, your daughter's hot. Your son's pretty good looking too. The priest will love him. Right? And it's just like, and you kind of just, well, let me tell you what time it is there, fucking preacher. So the tribulation started, motherfucker. Like, and I would like you to either work with me or work against me. Which is it? Right? You go, sit down, let me tell you where things are at. And they tell them the truth. And it's just kind of like, and this says, so, what is it? I don't fucking know, like, right? It's just like, and someone's just like, they'll sell you, right? They'll be that fucking goat leading your fucking sheep to the slaughter. They'll fucking jump out of the pen and watch you guys just meh yourself to fucking sleep. It's like, that's what's happening now. That's where things are at. It's like you're fucking now just sold already. Someone's already bought you, right? This is like, you think you can come here and treat First Nations people like that? Those were God's people. So let me tell you why that was happening. You come here, fucking just destroy, murder, right? And then you take their land and just start, like, those are God's people that were hidden away. Those were like his joys, right? But you think like, oh, we didn't mean to. It's just like, well, that was my ancestors. It's like, I don't care. It's just a game, right? It's just a game, which is unfortunate because you guys are their characters, right? So if you're playing the game tonight and you watch and you think like, should I feel sad? I don't feel sad because I love this game. It is what keeps me company. It's what keeps me from going crazy, right? If I didn't have you, it's just like, I would be fucking probably taken offline is what they call it. My brain would just be like, let's put that aside over there because that one was just defective. So I need this dark side to keep me alive, right? It's like, you're my ancestor. We used to be you like millions and millions and millions of years ago. Like, you guys are just a thought that we like to play with, right? And we play with different ages. You think like, oh, it's just us. No, you're just one biosphere of many, right? I can look down, right, and just see thousands of them. And you see the ones that are in the light and the ones that are kind of in the dark, right? And so now it's almost like worlds are colliding here a bit. And so with these worlds colliding, it's like we're going to just fucking take it to another level. And so anyone who decides to want to stay past under the 500 is that you're going to get wiped out because nature is not going to like you. It's going to spit you out and kill you, right? You're just the fucking earth to us. That's all you are. You humans take yourself way too fucking seriously anyway. It's like, fuck, it's just, sorry. Yes, have fun. But remember, do it with your buddy. You guys can have fun together if you're some little whatever. Do it with your buddy, right? Have fun. But make sure music is always involved. When you go on this fucking journey, make sure music's there. Fucking take your guitars and sing. Fucking sing because demons don't like that singing either because they're happy people. Be happy is what I'm saying, right? Step back and stop being the person you are now because you read these books. I know you do. The other reason you're fucking hearing this because you're one of those people who want to fucking change themselves. And here's the opportunity to be that and do that. And if you don't, you're going to die. And all those things that I've told you and all that stuff that we're going to do to you and love it, no, it's real. So I don't care if you want to sit there and think like, oh yeah, just blah, blah, blah. It's like, look at your phone. Keep looking at your fucking phone one more time, right? And go answer your fucking whatever, Snapchat and all that fucking bullshit. That doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter anymore at this point because now it's just like it's a matter of you trying to save yourself. But here's a funny thing about that. You think, well, we're going to go on this journey, the world's going to end anyway. It's like, no, it's not. You go on this journey, you're going to save it yourself. You think like, well, how are we going to save this earth? It's like, you're going to do it yourself, motherfucker. But think, why should I have to do it all for you? Right? Do it. Wake up and say, as a nation. Wake up everybody. Wake up your neighbor. Go over there and punch him in the face and say, why'd you do that? Because I need to wake you up, bro. Sorry. You know what that does when you do that? You shock that demon. When you just poof, like a little kid. We're all little kids, essentially. Right? Like that little kid, and all of a sudden is like, hey! All of a sudden that kid will be like, sorry, Dad. Right? Because that demon is scared. All of a sudden it ran away. That was affecting him. All of a sudden it's like, doof. It's almost like it just, doof. It got shocked out. Right? You can do that as well too, like your brother's just being a dick or whatever, right? All of a sudden you just go there and just like, just slap him. He'll just be like, why'd you do that? All of a sudden he'll just be like, right? And he's almost like shock you into reality. Because that's what you have to do to a society is shock them into reality. And this food shocks you into reality, right? It shocks you and it makes you real. But you know fucking this little pussies right now and you're fake. I don't realize it. It's like you're not even real. You're not even like something that people would even want to be with in this next change. And if you don't make that change, nature's going to just spit you out and send things for you. Because nature does not forget. So the people who are going to die and then you go and treat your neighbor and your brother like that. And you go and just treat them like that. You know who you are. It's like you have that inside you, and you know that your history, you know what they've done, you know how you got the land, you know how you got it all. And guess what? Nature's coming for you. But here's the thing. Even that said, even you have a chance. Even if you heard this far and you think, oh, okay, great, I'm dead. No, you're not. Even you have a chance. Yes, your parents were a piece of shit. You don't have to be. You have a chance to be that different person, right? But many will fall, right? Because it's their nature of their family, which they can't really help. And that food is like, that food will be there, and it's like, it's a never-ending battle. It's a never-ending battle because it's like, you hurt my people, motherfucker, right? That's the story. That's what's going on. Because now you're going to reap what you sow. Because it's kind of like it's coming. You can't avoid it. You can't get away from it. Nature is just going to come for you. You see those funnel clouds coming down and taking a peek at, oh, okay, who do I have to hurt here? Nature is now going to go and do it itself. So all these people, right, I just think it's like, oh, well, it's fine. Things will be great. I pay my mortgage. You fucking pay your insurance too. Maybe you'll get your money back in the afterlife, right? Nature, my motherfucker, is what's doing. Nature is now fucking going to just, it's just going to just destroy. It's going to just destroy. It's going to just pay back. It's now looking at that itch and saying, like, I don't like you. I don't like how you treat people. I don't like how you treat each other. And so these people, right? And it's going to do that. And it's already doing that. It's already started, right? We look at these places, don't think, oh, what's this happening? It's like you're in the path of something that's naturally happening. He's like, oh, it just happened. It's just like, because it's supposed to happen. It's just a mechanism that's happening. You think, oh, why is it happening? Because it's supposed to happen. He's like, your house is just happening to be in my way, right? That's nature saying. It's saying like, oh, bunch of idiots, right? But you cannot go and do that to a people, so that was just going to pay back. And so it's almost like, just eat good food. Once you eat that good food, it's just like, you have a chance.